college football, let's do it. Penn State, Oregon. Oregon wins 30-24, double overtime. Dylan, you said before we went to break that these are the two best teams in football.
I don't know how you think otherwise after watching this game on Saturday. And I think my number one takeaway from this game is we had the questions, obviously. The James Franklin narrative, can't win the big game. Do you trust Drew Aller? Do you trust Dante Moore? Dante Moore's never really played in a big game outside of maybe Utah in his first year at UCLA. But, guys, Dante Moore, not only did he perform, he looked the part. Like, the guy just looked calm, cool, collected for the entire game. He made the plays when it mattered most. And I hate to say it, I'm not selling my Penn State stock, but I was kind of down on this Oregon team coming into this year. Shut me up. Like I think I have to say I was wrong about Oregon.
I am in the same boat. I was low on Oregon. I was like, Dante Moore this, look at the schedule they played so far. Give me a break. Dante Moore was amazing on Saturday night. I thought he made play after play. I thought big runs, big scrambles when he was under pressure, getting to that first down line time and time again. I had full confidence in him by the end of the game to make some of those throws. And that's not how I felt coming into this. And so I thought the biggest winner by far from this game was Dante Moore, because now, personally, for whatever my opinion's worth, I see Oregon as a true contender. That really opened my eyes. I was dead wrong on them. Dead wrong.
And I think here's another thing, too. Remind me of this, because I will 100% do this. If Dante Moore has so Dante Moore put on this performance against Penn State, a top 10 team in the country, and probably the hardest environment to play. If he has a stinker somewhere along the road, just remind me of this, because I think this performance outweighs any stinkers he could put on for the rest of the year. I was thoroughly impressed. And Dan Lanning, after scoring that touchdown, I think it was in the second overtime. It's over. I mean, it was just, if you're an Oregon fan, that is stuff you dream of. You want to see from your head coach. You have the quarterback. I mean, it looked great from Oregon. I have to eat my words on Oregon from the beginning of the year, because they looked amazing. It was awesome.
Are we sure they're that good?
Okay.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I
was able to sniff that one out. I was like, there's no way that's real.
No, we were all down on Oregon this year, going into the previews and everything. This is why, if you're a college football fan, you talk yourself into the transfer portal once again, because you go, you know what, this transfer quarterback is going to work out in our situation. And he's the best quarterback in the country. And to be honest, I don't think it's particularly close.
And it's crazy because he sat behind Dylan Gabriel last year. He started a full year at UCLA, came into Oregon, knew he would be the backup for a year, and now he's paying off, the fruits of his labor, I guess.
He has to be the favorite to be the number one pick this year, and I think he's by far and away the best quarterback. And I kind of felt that way. We were talking about it in the preview, Dylan, where I had some former coaches and stuff, and they watch film on him, and they're just like, yeah, this guy, unbelievable. The tape is insane, but I'm like, it's against Oregon State, it's against Oklahoma State. I'm not going to believe it. And he didn't put up insane numbers or anything in this game, but if you watch the game, like you said, Dylan, how calm and poised he was and making these unbelievable big throws on the move, staying in the pocket, his mobility, Penn State wideout game at night, and he 100% looked the part. Oregon's the best team in the country. If I went to Vegas right now, put $100 down on a college football winner, I'd be putting money on Oregon right now.
You feel very confident after what you've seen from Dante Moore.
But not even just Dante Moore. This defense is legit.
I would say yes. Yeah,
the defense is legit. If it wasn't, if Oregon went up 17-3, their foot was off the gas. They were playing soft coverage at that point. They weren't. They just didn't want to let up the deep ball against Penn State.
Could that have been just Drew Allering?
That's my other
Or Andy Kotelnicki not dialing up throws for him?
Yeah.
That's my thing is Penn State. We went into this game going, James Franklin getting over the hump. That's a tired narrative and everything. Honestly, I think to be honest, going into the game, I was more like, I don't know how much I just believe in Drew Aller at this point. I know Aller threw that pick at the end of the game, but this loss is 100% on Kotelnicki and James Franklin, because they coached scared going into this game. They had no faith in Drew Aller. They had no faith in Drew Aller going into this game. And then finally you give them a chance to, all right, let's make some deep throws. Let's draw some up because we're down now at this point. We have to do this. Drew Aller looked pretty freaking good at that point. James Franklin, the big game narrative, he even said it himself in the post-game presser. He's like, it's not a narrative. It's just a fact at this point. It's true. He can't win the big game. They coach so scared. So scared.
They coached 3/4 of this game like they were winning. I think, we have a 3-point lead. We have a 6-point lead. Let's try to burn some clock. No need to take a deep shot down the field. And yeah, that one deep ball Drew Aller did have, dot in the back corner of the end zone. I don't know why you don't start calling that earlier. What are you saving it for? This is what you save it for. This is, hey, Penn State hadn't looked good through the first 3 weeks. Oh, they haven't opened up the playbook yet. For what reason? This is what you've prepped all offseason for. This is your first true test. So that's what frustrated the hell out of me.
I had it in my notes too, where it's like after the first half, I don't think any of the Penn State new transfer wide receivers, Pena and Hudson, and had a single target to that point. And it's like, okay, maybe this is a Drew Aller problem but once we saw Drew Aller get comfortable, get looser at the end of this game, this was coaching. This is on James Franklin. This is on Kotelnicki. Now, James Franklin, still not a bad coach. You still 99% of schools in college football would take James Franklin as their coach, but the big game narrative, it's not just a narrative. It's a thing.
I give credit to James Franklin for acknowledging that. I mean, and being honest about it. Now, one of my other takeaways from this game, I don't know what targeting is. I have no idea what the definition of targeting is, because I see that hit by Penn State on Oregon, and I think that's the definition of targeting, and it doesn't get called for targeting. They said something like he hit his hairline, or I don't even know what it was. But
We're doing human anatomy on targeting plays now. It's like, oh, well, this part of his head is actually the one that hit it. It wasn't the crown of the helmet.
I don't get the targeting. That's another big thing, because I saw that and I was like, wow, this game's over, and they didn't call it the targeting. What's targeting?
You said these are the two best teams in the country, Dylan. You still believe that?
Penn State's got me worried.
Not worried about Penn State. I am worried. There's a team down south that looked pretty darn good at the same time slot, throwing passes to D tackles.
Virginia Tech?
No.
Left tackle. Not D tackles, left tackle.
Oh, left tackle. Thank you. Oh, yeah, it was Proctor, Caden Proctor.
Yeah.
I don't know. Honestly, I might have been wrong about Notre Dame, too. There's a whole lot we got to talk about. But, yeah, I think these are two top teams.
Last thing on this game I wanted to say, it worries me from Penn State because this might just be the same old Penn State. Oh, they're 10-2, and they win the first round of the playoff game, and then they get their shit stomped in by a good team. That's what worries me. Like, if we didn't see it against Oregon, what are we waiting on? When are we going to see it?
Yeah. And plus, it was at home, too. Like, imagine if this game was at Autzen.
I told you guys, this is the year for Penn State. Big games at home, scheduled not too bad. Drew Aller back, like everybody back. And they come out and throw a stinker on offense.
And it's so
especially
funny, too, because some Penn State fans would be like, they're going, they went to the semifinals of the college football playoff. I'm sorry. SMU at home and Boise State last year are not big games.
It's tough because you're in the predicament if you're Penn State. If you ever want to win a national title, maybe you do have to get rid of James Franklin. He's a great coach, but maybe you have to suck for a few years. But are you going to win a national title with James Franklin at the end of the day, if that's your goal? Or are you going to be content going 9-3, 10-2 every year?
Yes.
I think you do win a national championship with James Franklin.
I think Dylan's right, but
tough.
Yeah, because the other thing is, okay, who are you going to bring in? You're Penn State. You're not Ohio State. You're not
Sam
Alabama.
Pittman has an opening now.
I'm good. Alabama, Georgia. Alabama wins on the road 24-21. Kalen DeVore has Kirby Smart's number. My takeaway from this game was Alabama looked bigger. They looked stronger. They looked faster. I was surprised how much more athletic Alabama looked in this game. And shout out Ty Simpson going on the road in Athens, getting it done. I thought he looked fantastic. Mm-hmm. Alabama's legit, man.
Connor, me and you, just you and I talking.
Oh, yeah, trust tree.
We're back, right?
Oh, roll tide.
You can't help but feel the fact that our first loss came in week 1. Now, a Florida State team that might not be that good, but it was week 1. We can put that behind us. We have this win at Georgia. I mean, Alabama's all the way back.
I would think so. I think Ty Simpson made every play that he needed to. I would agree with that. I think that's a good point you brought up, Karter. They were just flying to the ball. I think you're right, and I think they won by 3, and honestly, I thought they should have won maybe more. Gunnar Stockton through the air, that's what we were worried about, 130 yards passing. He just couldn't really, I don't know, he made some throws, but it feels like Alabama was always there. And Ty Simpson, that's my number one takeaway, is he really impressed me in this game. Going on the road like that makes me feel infinitely better about Alabama moving forward in some of their big games they have coming up, because Ty Simpson's been good this year. He was good he was all right in that Florida State game. I don't think that loss was on him.
No. Like 14% drop rate in that game, and then Ryan Williams dropped a touchdown. That alone it makes the score look closer than it was. If I have a concern for Alabama, and it was the same concern coming into this game, was the run defense, and that showed in this game. It was pretty feast or famine. They had 6 tackles for losses in the rush game, but then they let Chauncey Bowens run for almost 10 yards a carry. So it was a little feast or famine. They were goods, they were bads, but Alabama looked great. I have a take. I think more offensive linemen should be catching passes. If you can teach ball security to offensive linemen, we need more of them catching passes, because we saw the Georgia safety try and tackle him, and you need 2 or 3 guys to bring an offensive lineman down. I want to see more offensive linemen catching passes.
I thought that tunnel screen was great. Thought it was a great
awesome.
call. He just bulldozed.
And just
everyone.
The look of a big man out on the sideline like that was hilarious. It was just hilarious.
Well, a team like Alabama that has these athletic 6'7", 300-pounders that play, tackle for them that go in pro. Yeah, there you go. Get him the ball. You're right, because you've got 5'10", 180 defensive back trying to bring him down. I thought that was great.
Yeah, this Alabama team's very good. Ty Simpson is I think you guys nailed it. The Ty Simpson point is, this is going to be a thing people just do forever now, because it's a white guy who's can throw the ball and is kind of a gamer.
Oh, no.
He's got some Baker in him.
Oh, okay. He's got some A.J. McCarron in him.
No, he's better than A.J. McCarron.
So, I don't know what the odds are, but Ty Simpson for Heisman would be kind of interesting. They have ranked Vanderbilt, ranked Missouri, ranked Tennessee on deck. They still have to play LSU, and they have Oklahoma. He's going to have plenty of stages to make a name for himself. If he puts up good games, it feels like that wouldn't be a bad bet. Alabama has their work cut out for them. They have a very tough road, but you would think if they can make it out of that gauntlet, maybe just suffering one more loss, they're sitting pretty.
Speaking of Dylan, I know you watched this. The Georgia defensive back just jumping on the pile at the end of the game.
Oh my gosh.
Dive bombing in like that wouldn't happen on my team.
No place for that. No place for that in the sport.
No place for that. Frog splash off the top rope like he's freaking Rey Mysterio.
The top 3 Heisman odds are Dante Moore, Jeremiah Smith, Ty Simpson.
That's not what I was hoping he'd be farther down. What are the odds?
People are waking up.
950 plus 950.
Oh no. Okay, maybe not worth it at that price. I was hoping for maybe like 15 to 1.
Jeremiah Love at 50 to 1. I mean, he had 5 touchdowns in the first half.
And a non-playoff team.
Well,
I can't wait for those arguments.
I don't see where that other loss comes from now.
Yeah.
Any concerns about Georgia?
Same deal. Gunnar Stockton through the air would be my only concern. The run game actually looked pretty good.
Yeah, that pass defense is not what it's been in years past either, too, though.
That was going to be my thing, is that the secondary for Georgia, very, very concerning, to be honest, because Joey Aguilar was absolutely cooking it. The deep ball is there against Georgia, by all means. Also, I think the numbers are going to be flawed a little bit, because everyone goes, okay, Gunnar Stockton, his arm's there. He's a legit quarterback and everything. He looked good against that Tennessee defense that we do now know this Tennessee defense is not very good.
Yeah.
And they had injuries in the secondary, as we touched on.
Yeah.
Yes. I mean, Mississippi State should have won that game on Saturday.
Yep.
Who does Georgia have coming up? They've got Kentucky, Wynn, Auburn, Ole Miss, Florida. They probably win their next.
Georgia's going to the playoff.
Yeah, I think we'll be fine. Now, once we get to the playoff, I might have some concerns, but all of a sudden that Texas matchup doesn't look as daunting either.
No, it does not. No, it does not. Unless I don't know. Maybe,
Well,
I would love to see Arch just turn it around and Arch just ball out and just prove everybody wrong and everyone has to eat their words.
I would also love that. Just
I
for
think that
narrative.
would be. I think that's the storyline I'm rooting for most, honestly, right now.
I don't know if I really care.
It would be hilarious.
Dylan.
Dylan. Dylan's not Manning.
No, I'm not. I'm Wilkerson.
Wow. Anything else from this game?
Roll Tide.
Roll
I feel
Tide.
infinitely better about Alabama after this, and we can use this as a point moving forward to be like, look at this game they played against Georgia. Look who they beat. No longer it's like, oh, the only true test was Florida State.
And also, Kalen DeBoer, he can breathe a little.
Georgia just can't beat Bama. I don't know what it is. Bama has their number.
What,
in the last,
1-8 in
10
the
years?
Kirby era?
Yeah, he got that one, though. I'd rather have that one.
Well, okay.
I want a title.
Yeah, okay. I hear it. I hear you.
I think Alabama would, if you're out, the title, yeah. Anyhow, LSU Ole Miss, this game was...
LSU's not good.
No, and
They're
Nussmeier.
not a good football
That's
Give
the
me a
number
break
one
on the
takeaway from
offense.
this game. I was going to dance around it. They're just not a good football team. We talked about Dylan, and we were getting comments in the TikTok comments like, you guys don't...
There's one guy that has made comments on the YouTube that they have been held, like YouTube held them because of the language that was used. I'm waiting for them to fall apart, and I will approve them, and I will respond back to him.
I will approve them.
Dylan,
Approved.
the run game is a true problem, and shout out that reporter that went after Brian Kelly after the Florida game, because we all knew this was an issue. Brian Kelly wanted to print what's going on. We won the football game. We look good. We got that one big run at the end of the game. Our run game's fine. No, it's not. This run game is a full-blown disaster. This offense is a full-blown disaster. The defense is not the problem at LSU anymore. Somehow, the offense is the problem in Baton Rouge right now. They're not going to the playoff.
No, they're not.
Caden Durham out, but the run game sucks anyways.
I don't care. Caden Durham
Yeah, it
wasn't
sucks
good.
anyways.
Caden Durham wasn't
We're
good
talking
this
about
year.
the-
He wasn't good last year. It does not matter.
Nussmeier wasn't good in this game.
No.
Nothing was good in this game for LSU. It is astonishing how people still have LSU in this conversation with the top teams, and they just aren't even remotely close. They were awful on third down. It's astonishing.
Who do you feel better about, assuming the quarterback's healthy? Oklahoma or LSU?
Oklahoma.
Without question.
Much better defense.
And much better
alone.
quarterback.
Much
From
better
what we've
quarterback.
Much better defense, much better quarterback. Offensive line, both concerning.
Yeah, the offensive line's not good, but for
The
Oklahoma.
front seven for Oklahoma.
If you watched LSU at all this year, this was a classic ball-knowing game. If you watched LSU at all this year, you knew Ole Miss was winning this game. We were all over this on the preview this week, that LSU was winning this football game. Shout out JP.
Shout out JP from the ground. Oxford. That's right.
The score wasn't even close to indicative of how the game went either, I don't think. But
No, I don't think so either. And shout out Trinidad,
Chambly.
Chamblussi. He's the quarterback now. Austin Simmons, I'm sorry. And
I said it in the preview. You got to ride this wave until it crashes, and it doesn't look like it's going to crash anytime soon. He is nasty.
I think he came in against. It wasn't Kentucky. It was the week after that. I said it on the podcast. This is his job, and clearly that's the case. He's 12-1 to win the Heisman now.
Wow.
That shows how kind of weak of a Heisman race we have.
Yeah, no clear front runner.
No, but shout out Ole Miss. Lane Kiffin winning the big one. Finally, finally Ole Miss actually won the game. Everyone's waiting for it. Lane Kiffin, before the Alabama game, get your popcorn ready, and then just gets absolutely 50-pieced.
And he kept receipts. He was on Twitter posting game day graphics and whatnot.
I love it.
Tough for overbetters, though.
Can
Tough
we
for
say
overbetters.
something?
That was bad by us. That we should have known. We need to remember that for the future and pick against Ole Miss, just so Lane Kiffin tweets about us.
I don't think he thinks the over means the over. I think he thinks that the over means his team covering.
Yeah, take the over like only over and Ole Miss wins.
Yeah.
Like a 0.5 wins.
Yeah. I don't think he thinks that over means total points. I think he thinks that means like that's him covering the spread.
We did say it on the podcast. The fact that he tweeted that, I was like, well, you got to take the under now.
That's true. You did say that. A little reverse.
Weeks throwing up during the game, a little food poisoning.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
Hey, Whit, come over for dinner. Let's,
yeah, I
let's
ordered
break
us a
some
pizza.
bread.
It's like Jordan flu game. I ordered us a pizza.
LSU, if you look at their path right now, their schedule's fairly light going forward. They just have to win at, I believe, let me get the schedule pulled up. Yeah. If they win one of at Georgia or at Oklahoma, which I don't think John Mateer is going to be playing in that Oklahoma game either. If they win one of those.
Bama,
Say
Oklahoma?
what?
I think they play Bama at Bama, not Georgia.
Wait, what are you
LSU.
talking about? Ole Miss?
LSU. Oh,
I'm
I was
talking
looking at
Ole
LSU.
Miss.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's
Ole-
on me. That's on me.
Ole Miss, all they have to do is they win at Georgia or at Oklahoma. They're in the playoff.
Yeah.
Can I be honest?
I do worry about the Egg Bowl this year. I think Mississippi State's got them in the Egg Bowl.
Wow. That would be crazy.
Just putting that out there right now. But yeah, if they win one of those road games, especially with Mateer being out, they're in the playoff. 10-2 gets you in.
Because Mateer's going to miss that game, isn't he? Or is that the first game he'll be back?
And I don't necessarily know if Georgia's going to beat Ole Miss.
I think Georgia will beat them. I'm still not completely sold on this Ole Miss team. That's how bad I think LSU is.
Is that a quarterback problem? Is that a defense? Why aren't you sold?
I don't think the
I wasn't high on them coming into the year, and I don't. To only beat this LSU team by 5 feels like
4th ranked team in the country, LSU. I mean,
come on, because they beat Clemson at the beginning of the year.
Do I need to say the F word again? I mean, that's a flex. That's a flex.
No.
Yeah, LSU. I'm done. Brian Kelly. If they go, let's say they go 8-4. Brian Kelly gone.
8-4 with this team after being preseason what they were. Yeah, I mean, I think you have to.
They're bad.
I wonder how many coaches' jobs just preseason rankings have taken.
That would be a good YouTube video to go back on.
Underperforming
off-season YouTube content.
Yeah,
Put that in the file.
Interesting thought.
A&M, I thought that was a big one for Texas A&M. I mean, that was a clear spot where they could have lost with a bounce-back game. Honestly, if Auburn was just halfway competent, they would have won their last 2 games. They're just not. Auburn's done. Jackson Arnold is just not a good quarterback. That's just the matter of the fact. A&M, they keep winning. Same thing I talked about with Ole Miss. They just had to win at Georgia or at Oklahoma. They'll make the college football playoff. Same goes for A&M. If they win at LSU or at Texas, they should be walking into the college football playoff.
I think those are both wins.
You would think, honestly.
I think they'll be fine. I think they'll be in the playoff.
They'll lose a game they shouldn't. They're not going to be.
I think they might be 10-2. They could be 10-2.
10-2. They're going to be fine, especially with the wins they have. The Notre Dame win's going to look a lot better as the season goes on. So, big win. Sad for my Auburn stock.
Dylan, we were on Auburn, but I'm not sad at the result of this because I was big on A&M coming into the year.
I don't think this is a loss, like a huge loss for Auburn, though. The fact they kept this close, they're not a playoff
10
team.
Points. If A&M plays that game objectively, you're supposed to win. Auburn's supposed to win.
If you hold A&M to 16 points against A&M's defense, you think you're winning that game.
Yeah, that's a fair point.
And yeah, shout out A&M's defense. They did play better and they got pressure to Arnold, but I mean he was just sitting in the pocket 2 seconds too long and just couldn't go through any progression because he's just not a good quarterback, to be honest. And also, never mind. I don't want to say it. Let's move on. A&M, good. They're good. Auburn cover numbers, by the way.
Are you wanting me to pressure you to say it? Is that a sign, or you just want me to drop it?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not worth it. Wasn't funny enough. Washington. We're going to have a sit-down chat, Washington. You guys sucked so bad in the red zone. You guys had every chance to win that effing ball game.
Yep.
And Ohio State fans are going to lose their minds when they listen to this because they already hate watch this podcast. I'm going to call it like I see it. Ohio State's just not that good of a football team. That defense, elite. Don't get me wrong. That defense is legit, one of the best in the country. I'm sorry. Ohio State's just not one of the best. They're not the best team in the country. They're not the number one team in the country in my eyes. Washington should have had that game in control. They should have taken over. Just silly, silly stuff and can't convert in the red zone. Credit to Ohio State's defense at that point. Don't get me wrong. I cannot. Watching that game, I couldn't believe Washington blew it. They had every chance to win this game. Every chance.
To show you where Ohio State fans are at right now, they are taking a win against an unranked team and treating it like it's their Super Bowl. It's kind of crazy what's happening right now. But walk me through that. Why are you not saying that? I would see the Ohio State red zone defense thing and be like, okay, this team's pretty good. Julian's saying...
I don't think that's sustainable. I think if a team gets into the red zone that many times against you, you're not going to stop them that many times. I thought it was Washington shooting themselves in the foot more so.
Okay, I think that's a fair counterpoint. Julian saying 22 for 28, 201 yards, 2 touchdowns. We had a conversation about this Washington defense. So are you just not putting that much weight in the offensive performance? Rush attack still didn't look that great. Bo Jackson.
No, I don't put a lot. That's my point. Is one, I think I will say this. I think Julian Sayin is just going to be a solid game manager this year.
Yeah,
he's not going to put up insane numbers, but Ohio State's not asking him to, and they're not coaching in a way for him to put up insane numbers. My issue with this Ohio State team is eventually you're going to have to play against a top-tier defense and not Arch Manning on the other side of the ball. That run game, if that run game doesn't improve this season, they're not winning the national championship. That run game has to improve. Those running back, it's just not a great running back room, to be honest.
The problem with Ohio State is their schedule. Like, you want to be out on Ohio State, fine. But we'll have to wait to bet against them until the playoff because they've got Minnesota, Illinois, Wisconsin, Penn State.
Last game of the year,
Penn State, Purdue, UCLA, Rutgers, Michigan.
They got Penn State. But I don't know.
Yeah, but Penn State, I just think they might eat Drew Aller alive. Are they going to let him throw the ball? Are we just going to run into Ohio State's defense 100 million times?
That total might be at 30 points. I mean, there's going to be no points scored in that game. I was impressed with saying that he made some decent throws in this game and everything.
I thought so too.
I came away from this game much more disappointed in Washington because they had every chance. They could have gone up double digits, no problem, in that first half, and they just couldn't convert in the red zone. It was so bad.
Ohio State's defense really good when they don't have to defend the whole field.
I guess. Or they just have a stupid quarterback for Washington, man. Just stupid stuff. I was so mad. And that cost the underdog parlay this week. Very upset about that. Virginia
chance in the world in the first half.
And Washington just choking. Not gonna. I'm so mad about that. At Illinois, Penn State, at Michigan for Ohio State going forward. Yeah, I mean they're going to the playoff and everything, but
they're probably 11-1. Let's be honest.
I'm more so talking about Ohio State as a national title contender when I say like I said, I am worried about this run game. That has to improve, especially if you're going to keep running Julian Sayin as a game manager. Now, if he steps up in a big way and can throw for 400 yards and do crazy stuff, then that's different. But I don't think he's been allowed to do that because they don't need him to yet. So, anyhow, anything else from that game? All right, FSU, we called that game easy. Yep. I mean, Virginia was staring us in the face. Chandler Morris is an exciting
Who's?
Wish this game was on the CW, but we don't can't have everything in life. Do we still believe FSU's legit?
No, I never thought they were even after the Alabama win.
I think they're a good team. I don't think they're a great team. But in the ACC, you don't have to be a great team.
Are they going to go to the ACC title game?
Yeah, I don't. Well, they played Miami this week.
I don't think they make it to the ACC title game.
No.
Who's their losses? Miami, and then who else?
I don't think it's crazy that there's a potential scenario that Virginia could make the playoff. FSU would be, let's say we got a 10-2 FSU team, a Virginia team, and then a Miami team. Those all three, like, there's a scenario where, say Virginia somehow won the ACC title game, they beat Miami and Charlotte. 3 teams are from the ACC are getting into the playoff. A 10-2 FSU team gets in with that win against Alabama.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A 10-2 FSU. Maybe you're right, because it would be a 10-2 FSU or a 10-2 like A&M or somebody like that.
A&M
or a 10-2 Ole Miss.
I think a 10-2 FSU would get in over a 10-2 Big Ten.
What about and probably like a Texas Tech if they go 10-2 in the Big 12?
Let's say Penn State was 10-2. FSU would get in over Penn State.
I don't know. People hate the ACC.
I don't think that matters.
That'll be fun. That'll be a lot of fun.
Penn State's only win if they go 10-2 would be Indiana.
You might not be wrong.
Yeah, anyhow, I mean that's for a later discussion, but yeah, I don't think this Florida State team's going to the ACC title. Did you guys see the graphic they put up during the game that if Virginia won that game, they had a 47% chance of going to the ACC title game?
No.
Their schedule's a cakewalk the rest of the way. If you look at Virginia's schedule,
the issue is they have to play the Duke Blue Devils in. Our Duke stock's looking unbelievable right now.
We're back.
We are so back on the Duke stock.
We're back, guys.
They finally figured out who the
Ricky
best running back
Collins.
is. Yeah,
we're back. Playing against Ricky Collins, Syracuse, and we're back.
What? All of a sudden, they played against C.J. Bailey in the NC State Wolfpack last week.
How'd they do against Jake Retzlaff?
Whoa. They had Darian Mensah. They knew the plays. They knew the plays.
Okay.
Gosh.
And we hate that on this podcast. We don't
They're
support
doing
that.
the Michigan. Brutal for Arkansas this week, Dylan.
Yeah, that's tough. Real quick, I do want to say about Virginia, Florida State. Can't storm the field as less than a touchdown underdog. You just can't do it. Cannot
Bad
do
take.
it. Yeah, okay. You want to see players get hurt. Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, that was injury.
All of a
Carter's
sudden,
pro-injury.
Let's get there, Dylan. Let's get there. All of a sudden, everyone cares about player safety. But then all of a sudden, when someone steps on Kyle Filipowski and attacks him, that's funny. You can attack a Duke player. But then all of a sudden, a Virginia guy gets... a Florida State receiver gets hurt because people are storming the field. All of a sudden, people want to ban field storming, court storming all of a sudden, but a Duke player gets hurt. Oh, it's all roses.
I don't want to ban it. I never said I want to ban it.
He's the victim.
Yeah,
Dylan,
no.
He's the victim. Duke against the world.
I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. If Carolina was going through the same thing, I'd be sitting here. You'd be having a glass of red wine and some cheese in the other hand going, this shouldn't be going on.
I'm sorry I brought it up.
Carter
No,
was
I'm glad
waiting.
you did.
That touched
Clearly
the nerve.
struck a chord
on it.
I just want it out there. I just don't like how
Unresolved trauma.
sympathetic people are to field storm. Like, people could get hurt all of a sudden because they saw one thing.
I'm not anti
I know
field
you're
storming.
not. I know
I'm
you're not.
anti-field storming when you're less than a touchdown underdog.
Now,
that's not that big of
a
an
dumb
upset.
take.
No, that's not. Well, that's hardly an upset.
Guys, the line moved. We're only minus 6.5. Field storm's off. Everybody put the ropes
all
up.
of a sudden, if people start putting a bunch of money on Florida State or whatever, line moves to 7.5, and everyone's
Put the
like,
yellow
all right,
tape
Virginia,
up.
we can storm
I
the
still
field.
think I still think that's too close. I think you need to be at least a 2-touchdown underdog to be able to storm the field.
touchdowns.
Top 10
underdog.
team. It's Virginia football.
Top
They're usually
10 team
horrible.
in week 5. Nice.
It's Virginia football. When are they going to get a chance to do that again?
Shout out Tony Elliott. That was a game-saving, and he didn't know the rules. He found out rules on the spot. Tony Elliott tried to kick an extra point, and that was a game-changing play right there. They should have gotten a delay game penalty and taken the 2-point conversion from the 7-yard line.
Him and Brian Callahan would get along pretty well.
Yes, they would.
Not knowing the rules.
Tennessee needs to hire Tony Elliott as their offensive coordinator.
Oh,
my gosh. TCU gets technically upset, but Arizona State was favored. At Arizona State, TCU just choked that game.
You called that. You said bet on somebody that goes down early, and that's what happened.
That's what I did. I got Arizona State plus 300 on the money line.
There you go.
So huge. Still don't believe in either of these teams. I want to ask you all this. Outside, I think Texas Tech is the perennial favorite in the Big 12. Outside of them, who would you take in the Big 12? Still Utah? Arizona State?
I think I'm gonna hitch my wagon to TCU.
Man, you're just jumping all over the place in the Big 12. You can't pick a team.
I am. I like Utah.
The good thing is
I'm
I
on
already
TCU.
hitched my wagon to Texas Tech in August, so I'm good. Who cares?
I've got my 2 wagons, and I'm sticking with them. We got a holy war here in a couple weeks.
BYU, yeah.
Hey.
They look great.
4-0.
You're right, I guess. The Eagles
Florida,
were, what, 11-1?
undefeated in the conference. Bear Bachmeier, legit. Bear Bachmeier is good. He's good. Hey, 19.5-point favorites Friday night against West Virginia. What could go wrong?
Absolutely nothing. Now that's a storm-worthy game.
For West Virginia on the road?
Yeah.
Are you saying road fans should be allowed to storm the field?
Like 500 people out there.
Yes, plant the flag.
Plant the flag. USC Illinois. This game just got lost in the shuffle of just an insane day of elite games. Shout out Illinois. We called that. We were all over that.
All over it.
Yep.
All over it. I thought they looked great. Defense, meh, but them getting 7 points at home was unbelievably stupid. I couldn't believe that.
Especially the time of the kickoff. I really do think if this was a night game at Illinois, where USC wins this game. Lincoln Riley was complaining about it all week, so.
Yeah.
Lincoln Riley complaining? No.
Never.
I don't believe that. No. Carter. Yeah, I thought Altmaier looked pretty good. Notre did too.
Notre Dame gets Sam Pittman fired. They looked really good. They looked really good. Jeremiah Love. But also this Arkansas defense is terrible.
Hilariously bad.
Yeah. I mean, he was
They play NC State. That might be a loss. Notre Dame.
No. No, I think they'll be fine. USC is probably their only slip-up spot.
That's the only one. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to lose to Maddox Madsen. I'm good. Indiana beating Iowa, the weird safety at the end. So clearly Signetti had Iowa plus with the points.
We saw that in an NFL. Wasn't there an NFL game that happened as well?
The Eagles just did it.
Eagles did it, yes. That's kind of odd to see that happen twice in the same week.
Indiana. Are we in on Indiana? What's the deal here?
Mendoza looks damn good. I'm going to have to eat my words on Mendoza, I think.
Yeah, I am too. At Oregon in a couple weeks is going to be very, very interesting.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's when we can talk about Indiana. I think we tabled that discussion for a later day. Tennessee, they should have lost to Mississippi State.
Should have lost.
Mississippi State should be undefeated.
When's the last time you guys have listened to a Mississippi State game with the sound on?
It's terrible.
Those cowbells. Oh my God! I couldn't do it. I had to mute.
Not just that. Also, has the audio been weird on ESPN broadcasts during college football this season? It feels like they're almost using a radio broadcast for some of these games, where like the TV audio's cut out. I don't know what's going on. Maybe it's just my YouTube TV. But anyhow,
I don't know. I usually turn it off with the cowbells.
Yeah, usually you have to have Epstein doc sound up. Georgia Tech pulled out a big win against Wake Forest. Shout out. Got insanely lucky. They should not have won that game. Just
got hosed on the offsides call.
Hosed, but guess who had Georgia Tech money line on the live and needed that desperately? Me. So, that works out. BYU beats Colorado. Did not stomp them like I thought they would. I was concerned. But second quarter on, we saw the defense wake up. So, shout out BYU. Anything else before we wrap up?
I think that's it for me. Great weekend of football. College football, there weren't a ton of like crazy upsets, but there were some good games. I thought we learned a lot about a lot of teams.
That does it today. Make sure to follow, subscribe. You know the whole drill here. Download SeatGeek, use code KarterKast, $20 off your first purchase, $50 minimum purchase required, at Connor_Sparrow, at Karter, BA, at KarterKast on everything. Subscribe, 5-star review. You know the drill. We'll see y'all next time. Adios.